Hi, thanks for joining us tonight for this edition of Farmington News. This is Paul Marinera with
Rob Diesel.
And we've got a great broadcast in store for you tonight, including a story about how the flu is spreading throughout the United States and a burglary that took place earlier this week in California. But first, these messages.
Do you like extreme gaming? Do you like having fun with your friends? Then buy Modern Fighting War 7 and have a blast.
The flu has been spreading fiercely across the United States, with more than half the states reporting widespread activity. The season has started earlier, and the cases are more severe than last year, health officials say. The latest Centers of the Disease Control and Prevention Flu Advisory Report, which covers the week of December 23rd through the 29th, suggests that 41 states have a widespread influenza activity, which has an increase of 31 states from the previous week. The CDC will issue an update on the flu situation Friday. There have so far been 2,257 hospitalizations associated with the laboratory-confirmed flu virus. The CDC report said, among children, there have been also 18 deaths reported during this season. In Massachusetts, one of the 29 states that the CDC has identified as having high activity of the influenza-like illness, Boston Mayor Thomas Mino declared a public health emergency in the city because of the flu. Since October 1st, there have been 700 confirmed influenza cases among Boston residents, according to Mino's office. That's 10 times more than we have seen in all the last years of influenza season. This is the worst flu season we've ever seen since 2009, and the people should take the threat of flu seriously, Mino said in a statement. And with that, I hope everybody has their flu shots.
Yeah, Rob, it can be hard to avoid the flu this season with all the cold temperatures out. Speaking of temperature, let's take it outside to Bernie Sanchez with the weather.
Thank you, Paul. As you can see, it is nice and sunny out today with a high of 32 and a low of 24. As for the rest of this week, there's a possibility of snow on Thursday with a high of 31 and a low of 23. And on Friday, there's also a possibility of snow with a high of 26 and a low of 22. But on Saturday, it looks nice and perfect and sunny like today with a high of 36 and a low of 32. And that's your weather for this week. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Bernie. In other news, a jewel box valued at over $800,000 has been taken from a museum in Oakland, California. The box was stolen Monday and is the second object to be stolen from the museum in just as many months. Museum director Joe Fogarty says the box is the same size of a small shoebox and weighs roughly 3 pounds. With the price of gold at just over $1,600 an ounce, it may have been enough to provoke the burglaries. Investigators say they can't be sure if the high price of gold is related to the break-ins, but it is certainly one of their many fears. The box was kept in a glass case, equipped with an alarm that sounded when the box was stolen, and the authorities were able to arrive in less than 5 minutes. Fogarty said, "We feel confident that the steps we have taken are the appropriate ones, and our enhanced security measures will aid the investigation."
Man, those guys made off some serious cash.
They certainly did, Rob. It's quite shocking that anything like that could still happen in this day and age with all the technology we have available to us and the alarm systems and security systems. But that's all we have for you tonight here at Tiger News. So signing out, this has been Paul Marinera.
And it's been Rob Diesel.
And we'll see you again at 9 o'clock. Later tonight at 9, sweet sodas and soft drinks may raise your risk of depression, a study finds. Also at 9 o'clock, a traffic update with Bernie Sanchez.